This seat has like the worst lighting, but it's the most comfortable to sit in, so I'm just like here. But yeah, so basically I have another Dream Archives thing. I need to update the playlist for that too. Just make sure everything's organized. I'll do that for the next paper, like next time I have YouTube paper project. I'm just submitting this video right now just to, get it done. But yeah, it's so funny. Like, okay, so my dream was like I had like an Airbnb basically, and my friend Josh came over, and he was like, I don't know, like it was really nice because we were just like, hanging and whatnot. Like it was a nice time. But I think like it would like at least from the dream, it kind of was like I think he didn't expect like I don't know, like he was expecting something different, and like okay, cuz like feelings and dreams are important, right? The whole feeling of the dream was like we were just like kind of let's just do it, like let's just meet up and see or whatever. It was kind of like maybe he came into town to like do something and he was just staying at my place or whatever, and we just kind of like like it was like nice time, like it was just a nice time. And yeah, that's pretty much what the dream was about. It was just like chilling, and it was like a nice interaction, and we were just all like, having fun and doing stuff. And yeah, so I mean, I don't know, maybe I'm predicting the future. I have no idea. But but yeah, it was kind of like reminiscent of like, okay, so like my mom would have that with her friends too. Like, they'd come into town and like, they'd stay at her place, and then they would go, I don't know, they did a lot of like live events. They would like to go watch like live music stuff, or like, something of that sort, like a event. That's what I'm trying to say. It's like it was an event of some sort. I don't know if in the dream I necessarily had an event, but like or if there was anything like that, but it was like the same kind of vibe, like just chilling or whatever. And it was kind of nice because I'm a little lacking that. I do have a paper project dedicated to that, but like that's not for several days, and like I currently am having like like I only do 6 at a time, like because if I try to tackle everything at once, I'll get overwhelmed. So I only keep it to like 6 a day, just to and they rotate so it keeps it fresh or whatever. But yeah, I do have that on there. It's just like it's not time right now, so um but but I've been like really busy. I've gotten a lot of stuff. I got an appointment done today and stuff like that, so then I have to prepare for like my schedule is busy. Like I'm booked for like 2.5 weeks out, so it's gonna be interesting. um Hopefully, like, and also like I'm kind of usually like I usually have like the issue of like when I do get busy like this, like I can't follow through on stuff, but because I haven't had to deal with like, I've been able to do it at my own pace, and I haven't had outside influences bothering me and like interfering. I've actually been able to do these things so far. So far. I mean, like obviously like if a health issue popped up or something, and that did happen for one thing, like I did have one appointment and then my stomach got really upset. But I called them as soon as possible, and like I told them, "Hey, I can't come cuz my stomach is achy. I don't feel good," and also like I've learned that like無理やりしなくてもいいっていう感じ。like, like, you don't have to push yourself too hard. Like, like, if you don't feel good, like, especially, like, it would have been, like, a first impression, right? Well, I mean, like, we chatted before that, but, like, just, if you're not in good condition to do the thing, don't feel obligated to do the thing. Like, do it when it's, I mean, like, if you're just, like, kind of nervous and chickening out, then maybe that's not a good reason. But if, like, you're not feeling good, or like there's a lot of like external things happening in which like it's just like saying this is not a good time, or like you should not do this or whatever, then follow that. Like, it makes sense. Like, you don't have to do something unless it's like desperately important. Like, like, it depends. But for most of everything, you don't have to push as hard as, like, and that's like something that I've had to learn, because like I am, like, I have 7 placements of Capricorn, so I really am like kind of a workhorse type. So learning that, well, basically it's like, don't channel that energy into that particular thing, channel it into something else. Like, you could use that energy in a way better way that allows you to get actually more stuff done without the burden of having like that perfectionistic attitude. Like, that's kind of what I'm growing out of, and I'm really happy that that's the case, because you know um that's always been my downfall. Like, when I get like super anxiety, I get like super anal retentive, and need things to be perfect and stuff like that. And like, that's all, like, when I'm not nervous, like, when my when I'm like mentally clear and whatnot, I'm pretty like go with the flow, and I'm pretty chill. But when I'm like stressed out, then I get more like I want to control, or like I need things to be predictable as possible, because I feel like, I'm spinning out of control, so I need to have some sort of like, whatever my mind thinks is stability. But I'm slowly getting out of that, so that's kind of good. Um, but yeah, so yeah, I'm just maximizing my time, and doing everything pretty well, and like, yeah, making those ABCDEFG plans, but more effectively right now, which is good. But like, astrologically speaking, right now is kind of like really good for that, because I think it's like Mars and Mercury or something like that. So, or I could go look up. I don't want to get out of my seat right now, so. But I don't know, like, this is Aries season, so like all the Mars and Aries, like, it's like all this bold movement, and so like it's just like, I'm Aquarius, so I don't really do well at like during Pisces season, because like, that's a ungrounded energy. Like, that's for more people who are at ease with their emotions, and don't have a issue with falling in Delulu or anything like that, but I don't have Pisces or Virgo in my chart very strongly, so those are just like not my strong suits. So whenever it's like, what is Virgo? August? Yeah, so like March and August, I'm kind of wonky. I think it's August. I don't know. I think that's Leo, actually. Well, whatever Virgo season is, but during those times, it's kind of go off kilter. So but like, like, that's just like the seasons, like, what you do in the summertime, you can't do in the winter, and vice versa. Like, unless like you're just, one of those crazy people running in the snow with your shirt off, like, I mean, what I'm trying to say is like, you can do the thing, but it's so much easier to do it in the appropriate season, right? Like, when you go according to the appropriate time, things usually work out more smoothly and more effortlessly and stuff like that. When you do things out of alignment, out of time, yeah, you could get the things done, but it's going to be more work, right? So that's kind of what I'm saying. I'm trying to learn to work with the ebbs and flows of everything a little bit more, and like, also because like my health is doing like relatively good right now. I am having some allergies, but I think like everybody's having allergies because like the pollen's out, right? But my manifestation of allergies is so weird, because like most people just get runny nose and like watery eye, like, there's like usual allergies, right? Which I have been getting some of those ones, but like I get like other weird ones, like itchy ears, like my scalp's itchy, and like, it's like these weird manifestations of allergies, and like right here too, like in my swollen glands. I'm going to the doctors for that, so I made an appointment, so hopefully, I don't want to say hopefully I still have these issues by the time I go to the appointment, but like either way, like I could just talk to them about it. And I actually have like several like I have a little paperwork, I have a paper project just for the hospital. So, like to get like referrals to different people, and have different stuff handled. So, we're just doing that thing. But either way, everything's going pretty good, so that's great. Anyway, too much talk. Like, well, I kind of am just wanting to talk because that dream was so short. So I like to make cause like the amount of time that I finished it in, it would turn into a short rather than a video. So I want it to be a video. I want to keep all my dream archives in video format, not shorts. So I'm just kind of like talking on my ass at this point right now, just to make sure I have a long enough video to, make sure it's a video. But anyway, I think I did talk enough, so I'm going to end the video now. So take care, be good, bye bye.